Bob, before we start this podcast, are you interested in engaging with me with a little bit of prayer?
No, but you can pray.
Father God, as Bob the Drag Queen and I come together, Lord, on this night to record this podcast, Jesus, I ask, Lord, that you let our voices be used to edify the name of Sibling Rivalry, Jesus. That today, that this podcast will serve to uplift, edify, Jesus, to exemplify the excellence, the exemplarance of fierceness, ferocity, and drag, Lord. And we just ask that the words that come from my lips, Jesus, and God, oh, hallelujah, that it comes from God's lips, Lord, that comes from Bob's lips, Lord, will be the words on the wings of babes that will soar like eagles, Jesus, that will cast, Lord, the amazing, undequibulous purpose of queerness, gayness, and overall curiosity. Thank you, Lord. Hey.
You've been hanging out with Monique too long. This is obviously some Monique.
Okay, Bob, we started, and bitch, okay, Sibling Rivalry people watching, from the time Bob the Drag Queen has sloshed his ass up here, he has not cracked a smile, he has not said a hello, he looks like he is bothered to fucking be here today, and I want to set the record straight that I have come with an open spirit. I have missed Bob. I have not seen you for a couple days, even though it was maybe like, 5 days ago. I still miss you very much. And you sent a text message to me the other day, and literally just reading it, I literally almost cried. But you have come here giving me, I don't know what this energy is, but I need you to fix it, Jesus.
Well, to quote you a couple episodes back, what's the energy? What is it? What have I done differently? Do you remember that?
Roberta, I miss you so much. Can you please smile for me? Come on, baby. Give me a little smile, baby. Give me a little smile.
You're ridiculous. Money's also not mentioning to y'all that I'm sleepy.
Bob, you stay sleepy. You stay sleepy.
I woke up out of my sleep. Monet tried to do the podcast an hour later than we're supposed to do it.
Okay.
Did you not? Or did I make that
I
up?
want to point out there have been many times where, because of your busy schedule, where you have had to change dates. So have I. So this is not a new thing that we change. Like, we move the time around a little bit to accommodate both of our schedules. So it was just, and then when I said an hour later, Jacob was like, "No, Bob is he's a different time zone. Can we do half an hour?" I said, "Sure," which we met at half an hour. So please don't act like you acting like I pushed the podcast 8 hours. Like, can we do it 8 hours later? It's 30 minutes, mama. 30 minutes, baby.
Well, you also acting like I was. That's the thing about 2021, y'all. Your whole life been on the internet. So Monet's like, I need more time. Monet's always we've accommodated you because of your job. Monet is in her living room hanging out with her buddies.
I'm not. But first of all, I flew into town this afternoon. I landed in LA at 3 p.m. this afternoon. My family's. What is his face? What is his face, bitch? I was working. My family's my 3 aunts from the East Coast are visiting me.
Oh my God.
From the East Coast, and I took them out to dinner and stuff, and things are running late because I'm with 3 beautiful, rambunctious, crazy West Indian women. Things are running a little late, so I pushed the time.
What do you think about West Indian women?
That they are fierce, funny, rambunctious, and literally
time-wise.
I'm having
one of my best friends is West Indian. Watch what you say about West Indian people. One of my best friends is West Indian.
Bob, I miss you so much. That text message you sent, I'm not kidding. You sent it, and I was literally.
Jackie would not like to hear all this shit you talking about West Indian people.
I was literally on the verge of tears when you sent it. I don't know why. I'm also having like a very emotional past couple of days, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know if you're feeling. I feel like I'm getting like welling up with tears. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even being funny. I had such an emotional couple of days, and I'm trying not to. I don't want to cry on camera. I don't know. Just a lot of great things are happening, and I'm not even being funny. I want to start crying, and I'm not trying to.
What's happening in your life?
Just lots of beautiful things, and I'm just so happy, and I miss you. Oh my God, I'm fucking crying on camera. This is ridiculous.
What is going on? My sweet little baby. Oh my God.
I'm really crying on camera, and I don't want to cry. I hate when people cry on camera. It's so stupid. Like, you know, when people do Instagram lives and they start crying, like, what the fuck are you crying? Oh my God. Oh my God, this is insane. This is insane. Oh my God. happening. I don't even know what's happening. I'm just so happy.
My sweet baby. Well, I'm glad that you're so happy. I
It's
love you.
just so great things.
I love you very, very much, and I'm really happy to be your friend.
Oh my
And
God, what is happening?
you're emotional. I text Monet the other day. Um,
I am like really going through it.
were you sipping on something a little bit today?
I was not sipping. I had one cocktail today. Oh my God.
Monet, you're so sweet. You really.
I'm like, I'm just.
Well, your life is just so fruitful right now. It's
Okay.
producing the fruits in your reaping, you're harvesting. Um, you're harvesting everything from all of your hard work, and it's all coming to fruition right now. And I'm happy to be able to be a part of your remarkable journey. Um, I don't know why. Oh, I think I know why I texted you the other day. I was you're gonna laugh at me, but I was on TikTok anyway, um, and it was like it was like this was hard to listen to, and it was this lady listening. It was this lady receiving bad news about someone in her family, and she was just so sad. And I was like, oh my God, that is just so sad. And I feel like if I were to be, um, told that Monet was dying, I'd just be really upset.
I
So I
know.
take Monet and
So
I say, you're not allowed to die before me.
I know. I was just, and that just brought a whole wave of emotions for me, which that is very rude. You also sent it at like 10:30 p.m. I was just about to go perform. Oh, you said that the time you said that I was just about to do something important. I was like, not
It
about
was
sending me this.
3:55. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, which means where I was at, it was 8 p.m. So I
Oh,
was,
work.
I mean, yeah. Oh my God. So I read that. I was like, not about sending me this. I was like, oh, all I could text was, aw. Because I couldn't text anything else. I was feeling so emotional at that moment.
This is going to be one of those moments that people are going to be like, I love their relationship so much. Get you a friend like Bob and Monet.
What is this voice?
You know my voice I do when I'm imitating people. Let me turn this air off real quick so it doesn't. Hold on one sec.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Monet, you're so funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be a human being.
I know. Oh, I'm awake now. I just woke up. Like when I tell like I'm telling you, like I woke up. I had to be on this call at 11:30. I woke up at 11:29, and I was like, here I come. And then I had to use the restroom, and then after using the restroom, 6 minutes later, I logged on to this
Damn.
call.
Did you have Chipotle for lunch? What had you in the percolating that long?
Well, I think that you and I both know that I take longer in the restroom than most people, except when I'm peeing. When I'm peeing, I'll be back in like 3 seconds.
Let me tell you something. Bob goes to pee. You can count the milliseconds go by. Bob will enter the restroom, come out, and maybe a second has turned over on the clock. I'm like, this is insane.
But when it comes to the other one, I tend to take a little bit of time. So then I sat down, and when I sat down, when they was like praying, and I was like, oh God. She's doing this to irritate me. And then I was like, and then my microphone wasn't plugged in, so I was like, oh my God, can you please
So
swap my
Bob is on the
microphone
call.
out?
And Bob, y'all know Bob when he's in his serious mode. Deadpan, not a smile. Jacob, Jacob, do you mind stopping the recording so I can plug in my microphone, please? And I was like, oh.
But it wasn't attitude. It wasn't like
I know it
like,
was not attitude. It was not attitude at all. It was just sleepy, disoriented Bob being like, Jacob, can you stop recording so I can plug in my mic in, please? I was like, oh.
You are so silly. So is all the good stuff happening in your life? Is it just like is it one of those like can't talk about it, or is it like
It's the one of them I'd rather not talk about, but the other things are just good
I know
career.
You do love to get on the podcast and talk about things you
No,
can't talk about. You're like,
it's
big
just
project, can't talk about it. We'll tell you guys soon. Hashtag big things coming. Hashtag we out here working hard. Hashtag you'll see. Hashtag in due time. Hashtag. I'm like, oh my god.
one of them is a lot some professional career stuff that is going great, and two, my family is visiting me here from the East Coast, and we went out today, and it's like I've said before, I come from a very conservative West Indian. A lot of you guys who are West Indian, who are African, lots of Asian folk also identify with this as well. I don't know, something about those three cultures. They seem to be very similar in the way that they regard queerness and a lot of there are many parallels between those three ethnic identities that I find a lot. And then so they're all visiting me here, and they're these great women, and just to see them just be so happy and proud of me, and literally every restaurant we go to, hey, you need to play Love Like This, you need to play Beyonce, you need to play Soak It Up. I'm like, oh my god, and just to see them just be so happy and just so free and so proud, and especially growing up, I just never thought this would ever in my life be a reality where my family would want to celebrate me and be so open and free about it. It just means so much to me.
I mean, you are your ancestors' wildest dreams. You ever seen those? You ever heard that meme or that T-shirt?
No.
It's like a black thing, and it says, "You are your ancestors' wildest dreams." I think about that about myself a lot. I think to myself, I had some ancestors who were products of American chattel slavery, and
Hmm.
I'm out here, and some of them were queer. I mean, statistically speaking,
Right.
I know that some of them were queer. You know what I
Right.
mean? So imagine if they could see my big black queer drag queen ass today, you know, on we're here, like, turning
Lucifer is
with the
popping off, bitch.
children.
I have seen if I get tagged in one more Lucifer screen grab, I'm gonna fucking delete my Instagram. Stop tagging me, in
Why are they
Lucifer.
why are they tagging you in that?
Oftentimes people would tag me and stuff with you because they just associate us together a lot. They're like, Bob
Yeah,
the drag,
that is
Bob
true.
turned it up in Lucifer. Monet Exchange tag too. I'm like, let Bob have his flowers. Give her moment.
When you were in um
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft Country, I was like, yo, I know y'all, I know one is on Lovecraft Country. Y'all, I promise you I know. She's on Lovecraft Country. Thank you so much for letting me know that. That really means a lot to me. But bitch, I've been also last time. I just want to give the fans a little bit of closure. I don't even know how long ago. It was months ago at this point, maybe almost half a year ago at this point. On one of our podcasts, Monet was in a hotel, and Monet was like, "I can't say where I am or why, but let's just say." And at the time, it was because you were doing The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Oh yes, that
But we
was when
never, but we
I
never
had
did.
the tan and white stripe thing. It was it was the episode about driving. It was the episode about driving. I was filming The Bachelorette.
And that was one of the times where everyone was like, Monet loves to be doing a super secret project that she can't tell nobody
I
about.
couldn't say it.
But but again, sometimes for me, whenever I'm doing something I can't talk about, I'll try to avoid the topic altogether.
So tell us where you're at
Um,
now.
well, see, you're doing the thing where you're making it a thing, but I mean, excited that we are wrapping out. We're doing the final episode of We're Here
Bitch,
season 2.
the We're Here trailer. I'm sorry to cut you off, but the mother tucking We're Here season 2 trailer done had dropped it. And Bob, no, sorry to these girls, Eureka and Shangela, you ate no crumbs, baby. All your look, and everyone looks amazing. I'm not trying to shade anyone, but Mama,
Monet, you're being so sweet to me. I was really proud. I mean,
I
you've been
told you
seeing a
this when
lot of these.
before. I mean, obviously, the jaw drop of the season is your fucking that blue lady. Okay, so now I can talk about it. When you sent it to me, on Facebook, when you were like did it in real time, my mouth was agape. I was gagged. I was like, "This is insane. You look so good."
So for everyone wondering what it is in one of the episodes I wear this like I've never done a titty plate. I've never done a titty bib ever once in my life, and I did this like pumped up like Juvederm Botox filler
So
housewife
good.
Everyone in the comments keeps calling me Candy Burris.
Not Candy Burris.
Of course, my mom was selling like Black China. But it is giving very much like reality TV star, like overly done up. With by the way, that's a human hair piece that I'm wearing, by the way.
Bob, it's a human hair.
It's like a high pony, long human hair down to like the middle of my back. So I gotta tell folks, like, honestly, what makes
Human
We're
hair.
Here such an exciting show is like, bitch, when you give a queen like a budget and a team, like we each have like a RuPaul style team on this show.
Mm-hmm.
We have like a dedicated designer who has a team themselves, and then we each have a makeup artist, and we each have a person to help us produce our stories and stuff. So thank you so much. I saw you hyping me up, Monet. That really meant a lot to me. And maybe
I
this
think
could be our
that
sweetest
this
episode yet.
contributed to my emotions too, because when the trailer dropped, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, I'm having emotions. I was like,
Oh
when
my
the
God.
trailer dropped, oh my god, I swear I'm not even timing this for this episode. When the trailer dropped, I just felt so proud because the amount of work that I know that you personally put into We're Here, I just felt so proud to see the trailer.
Oh my God, Monet, you're gonna make me cry.
What
Let's take a
the
break.
fuck is going on?
Let's take a break, Monet.
Please take a break. Okay, we're back.
All right, we're
But no,
back.
I have seen all the hard work that you put into it, Roberta, and I just see the trailer and to know all the shit that you've done. I'm just like, I was just so proud to see it.
Oh, you're being so sweet to me today. I mean, which leads us into our topic today. Today we're talking about crying, and I've always said Monet's the queen of segues, and you really ate this one, girl. Monet said, "Oh, bitch, I remain the queen of segues. My segue is gonna stay on point." Are your aunts in your home right now?
Yeah, they're in my living room dancing to Calypso and Soca. They are living their lives, girl. They're having such a good time.
Yes, so I saw the video, and I assumed that these were your family members. If you don't mind me saying why, because I feel like Monet typically talks about like all of her, like any of Monet's friends who I don't know, like if I any of Monet's friends that I know through her, I pretty much know who each of them are. And I've
Mm-hmm.
seen, but then these three people, I was like, Monet was like my favorite women. I was like, I don't even know these. Like, I have not. And then also one of them is a little bit older than Monet. And I was like, if Monet's saying, I was like, this must be like an auntie or somebody in
Yeah,
Monet's family for Monet
yeah.
to like know these Caribbean ladies who are all dancing to Love Like This, which must be a really amazing feeling. They're all like in your house dancing to your song in your living room in your big beautiful home with your couch
I finally have a couch.
and your
Can you ask
cat.
what they think of Colleen?
Do what, Mo? Jacob?
Can you ask what they think of Colleen?
Yeah. What are your family members
They
think of Colleen?
haven't met Colin yet. Okay, so I had to. So my family came in on Thursday, and I left
Not Colleen's
Thursday.
expelled.
Then I left Thursday, so I was like, I cannot like leave Thursday, and like my aunts have never been to my home. They don't know what they're doing. I cannot just leave my cat here. So Colleen's at the pet sitter. I pick her up tomorrow, and then Colleen's coming back home because I just landed today.
So you admit that Colleen is a lot, and it'd be really hard for her to be around people.
For people who have never cared or for a cat, yes, that is a lot to ask them to care for my cat. Oh my god, I drink smart waters too. Oh my god. No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? I started crying when I was drinking smart water.
That was smart water. Do you cry easily?
I really don't. Bob, when have you ever seen me cry? I do not
Oh,
cry easily. I cannot tell you
Bitch, roll the footage.
I cannot tell you the last time I cried. That's why I don't know. But again, I still like a lot of stuff. This one's I'll tell you off camera. Don't try to do no shady shit. I'll tell you off camera.
I'm not the one trying to get you to tell me where you are. That's you. That's your cup of tea.
Something extra sweet happened today that really like set me off, I think.
And I mean, maybe I've seen you cry more than most people, but I've seen you cry. I mean, quite a few times. I think I've seen you cry more than 5 times for sure.
Okay, name. When?
Well, you and I have had several sweet moments where we would just cry because we were feeling sweet at the time. I've seen you tear up too, just from straight up tearing up in general. You cried on the podcast like 2 or 3 times. We cried
Black Lives
talking about
Matter.
we cried talking about children, raising children.
Oh yeah. We did the one about
And I
children.
think there's like maybe
The one about parenting.
Parenting, that's what it was. Yeah, you cried. And I feel like you cried when I won Drag Race. I feel like you did.
Oh, I absolutely. I think there's a video of me crying at pieces, looking like a blubbering fool.
But I remember you cried like with me, like you and I, like, because you were at pieces. You were in the West Village. I was in Midtown.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real crazy day.
That was wild.
I mean, me and Monet we're not trying to be like elitist, but like winning Drag Race is such a weird,
crazy
experience because. First of all, I have like cried over pageants that I've lost and or come close to winning that I worked on for like a month. Okay, Drag Race is, and I mean like at a local club gig. I infamously broke down at Saliva Tuesdays, and so when you like go on RuPaul's Drag Race, which y'all don't realize, by the time you pack up for Drag Race and the time the finale airs, it is almost a year.
Yeah.
Of your life.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very big chunk of your life. That's also a very big chunk, and in that time, you're just thinking about the could have beens, the what would have happened, and how it's all going to turn out. For me, my experience, I kept on playing a lot of those things in my mind, like throughout that entire year, waiting for it to air, and you just start to build a lot of emotion up in there.
When you won Drag Race, was it? Because I know there's a video of you and Trinity together, and then like when you won. I mean, I don't know what was in Trinity's mind, and I can only engage in conjecture, but it felt like she's a pageant queen, and it felt like she was like pageanting her, like telegraphing her emotion, shall I say? Anticipating something, and then also was a little bit shocked because she was either prepared to like win and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Monet, but I'm glad I won," or be like, "Congratulations, Monet, you deserve to win," and I didn't. But then she got the third option, which she wasn't even ready for, which was you both won.
It's just treated like this.
Yeah, and Monet is like, in like true typical Monet fashion, like, and weren't y'all at a Casey Musgraves concert?
Okay, so we watched it at the bar across from World of Wonder. We watched it in this bar. That's the reaction you're talking about. We were watching it.
There's
at
a
that
bar across from World of Wonder.
Yeah, we watched it there with like the World of Wonder.
That place literally across the street.
Literally across the street, next to Marco.
Is that a straight bar?
It's a straight bar.
Listen, we did not throw bricks at Stonewall to have Drag Race
watch Drag Race at
having their announcements at a straight bar.
Yeah, we did that, and then that's when we both found out with the rest of the world, and then we did that private screening, and then the rest of the world found out later, and then after so that happened at like maybe 3:30 in the afternoon. That video y'all saw, and then later that night at like 10:30, we went to the Casey Musgraves concert, and then she announced it in front of everyone.
No spoiler alert, just straight up.
Imagine, Carrie brought her boyfriend Johnny to the Casey Musgraves concert, and they plan to DVR Drag Race. They're like, babe, she's like, babe, when we go home later, I want to watch Drag Race together. And he's like, oh, okay, babe. And then they're at Casey Musgraves concert, and she's like, Monet and Trinity won. And Kelsey was probably mad as hell. Carrie, whatever I said her name was. Mad.
I mean, but it is a cool way to be there and be like, oh my God, they won, and also now they're standing in front of me. And did you all come out and like during one of her songs or what?
Yeah, it was the Have You Seen It All? Seen It All?
I thought she did a country version of Champion, greatest.
That would have been great. Oh my God. See, this is why Bob always has great ideas. Bob, why did you tell her management team? If she would have done her little own version of Champion, that would have been fierce.
Where was I when you won RuPaul's Drag Race?
Where were you?
Was I on Work the World?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember when I spoke to you. I don't
remember.
Oh no,
but I was in New York City because I remember you came back. Oh my God, this is actually one of my favorite memories of me and you ever. This is like one of my favorite memories.
What?
You came back and we did the show at the Bell House, and
Oh yes.
it was right after you win, like within a week of you winning.
Yeah.
We did the show at the Bell House, and there was this
Yes.
video online, and I reposted and I said, when you force your little sister to perform for your mom in the living room. And it's me and Monet doing Disco Inferno, and we're doing. Oh, now I'm gonna cry. We were doing. So I went out first, and I was like doing the number, and everyone cheered because everyone's like, we love Bob. But then when you came out, and they were all just like going. So I mean, it was. They were going so crazy.
They
And you
were.
had just won Drag Race, and it was like in this big room, and everyone was like just. It was really wild to be able to be in there because I feel like I've been there. I mean, when you were competing at the Monster and not at the Monster at Saliva at the Ritz,
Saliva,
and
bitch.
I like this is like so in my head I'm seeing like the drag queen who like glued feathers to the shoes to the wedges to the espadrilles. The queen who glued feathers to the espadrilles, and you had this weird like feather hat. And like Monet was wearing those hideous feather lashes. They were so bad. And Monet would put in white contacts and then just like draw like squigglies under her eyes. And she thought like Monet was really into like military jackets back then too. And Monet was like, bitch, I am literally the winner of this week. I won. And Monet didn't even place, but then turn around and like you're in this room and we're in our matching outfits and everyone's just like screaming.
It was amazing.
And it was like, I mean, obviously they recognize you from the back. If the two of us turn around, they're gonna recognize you from the back for obvious reasons. But it was just so great. So if y'all like, it's if you're in the Patreon right now, you can scroll back. I think we have these things like saved in like little tabs, and there's like live performances. And we have not been able to do a Sibling Rivalry live in such a long time, and the energy at those live shows used to just be so crazy.
Can we do a one-off? Can we
Two-Face.
do in the fall? Can we please just do an LA and New York? Let's just do an LA and New York. One LA show, one New York show. Because our live, because it will be announced soon. Our tour is coming in 2022, but we're changing up the show a little bit. So I think, Bob, we can do an LA and a New York and just do the old show. Because we're doing a different one.
Yeah, I mean that'd be really amazing, and we could I mean
The Globe Theater, the Ace Theater, honey, 2,000 down, easy.
I mean, honestly, we really could like it's just so wild to think about us performing for like I mean when I say no one at the Monster. I need y'all to know there are times where we were literally performing for like 3 drunk people. Like, am I lying? When am I telling the truth? There were times. We had busy nights at the Monster. We did have some busy nights at the Monster. But there were nights where we just had. I mean, y'all remember? I would get into a physical altercation with a patron and hardware, and then Monet and Miss Crack would perform for Caitlin.
Bitch, not even the bartenders wanted to be. They're like, "Can we clock out? Can we go? This is not worth my time." Yeah.
So it is really wild to be on this, this remarkable journey with you. So
can y'all please sound off in the comments if we did a New York show and an LA show? Would you guys come, or do you guys want to see that? Are y'all interested in if we do that? And comment for real. Don't be just like yeah. Then when we post it, you're like no, bitch. Comment if you're really gonna come. Full tea.
Did you cry a lot as a kid? Were you a crybaby?
I was not a crybaby as a kid. I mean, I would cry when I would get like beatings, but I wasn't like if I didn't get my way, I didn't cry.
Beatings.
Yeah, I would. My mom beat me with a belt. I got beat with a belt. Also, I went to school in St. Lucia.
In my mind, a whooping and a beating. I mean, if it was a belt, that's a whooping. And beatings are like throwing hands.
Okay. I guess whoopings then. I got whooped pretty often. Because I was always talking in class. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't stop. Bitch, I could not stop talking in class. I would every report card. Because in St. Lucia, it was old school. I guess in the States too, where they would like write a thing and they would like physically write. It wasn't like a printout with your grades. It was
Oh
like,
yeah, no, yeah. There used to be one stock card. They would write your name, your grade, and then how
comments.
you are doing.
Yeah. And I would always be like, Kevin is great. Kevin is really smart, but he won't stop talking in class. Literally every teacher.
I literally got the same. That's so crazy. I get the same report cards over and over again. He will not stop talking. How do we get him to stop talking? He just won't stop talking.
And would Miss Martha give you whoopings because you wouldn't stop talking?
No, my mother very, very rarely used any corporal punishment on us. Like very rarely.
Gag, bitch. My mom would turn it up.
So my mother would give us an option a lot of times. So if let's say me and my brother both do. Again, me and my brother, we always got in trouble together. It was never one at a time. So if one of us broke something, then we were both like, we broke it. It was us. I am Spartacus.
This
bitch.
is us.
We both broke this. This is us. And then so my mom would be like, all right, y'all broke this bowl. So how do you want to get a whooping or do you want to be grounded? And my brother would always take the whooping. So that way, if you get whooping, you can just go outside right away.
Yeah.
I would take the grounding because I didn't want to get hit. I would take the grounding, but then Justin would play right outside the window. Like he would literally only play outside the window and be like, I'm having so much fun. Oh my God. I feel this is so great to be having this much fun because I'm not grounded. And then I would get really mad and be like, I would like my whooping now. And she'd be like, no, you made your mind up. You're grounded for the rest of the night. You stay in.
Every time you talk about your child, how you're raised, Bob, it makes so much sense about the person you are today. It literally tells me everything I need to know about you.
What does that mean?
Because the fact that you're like, oh no, you chose that, Bob. That is literally how you are today. I was like, no, Monet, no, you already said what you wanted. You already said what you wanted to do. Now we're gonna do this thing. That is so you.
I just want to point out that I give people space to change their minds. I don't know how to make people beholden to their decisions.
I was not a big crybaby as a kid, but you were. You bitch. I heard that you was a cry baby girl.
So I'll try to get some pictures so Jacob can send them. So I cried. I mean, when I say at the drop of a hat, I need you to know I'm not kidding around. Like I would just cry. Whenever,
could you cry on cue? Were you crying on cue? Like were you crying because your mom said something, or you were like, I know she's gonna say something, so I'm gonna cry to make the punishment less severe?
Okay, the punishment was never less severe because I cried all the time. The crying did not work on my mom, and I was just a very emotional child. I was just very emotional. So
you were Monet Exchange today, just emotional.
Yes. I was riddled with emotion, and I would just be like, anything would just make me cry. I mean, I cried. I told you I cried when my brother's birthday is January 2nd. So because it's so close to Christmas, that's 8 days after Christmas. My mom, we just didn't have enough money to have Christmas and then my brother's birthday party. So Justin, growing up, never got to celebrate his birthday on his birthday. He would get like one small little thing. Like I think my mom would just like set a Christmas present aside and then give it to Justin 8 days later because she just couldn't afford to give Justin a celebration on his birthday. Because his birthday is the second day of the year. So Justin celebrated his birthday on my birthday for a long time, June 22nd. So 6 months later, Justin would celebrate his birthday, which is kind of crazy. I would have never let that fly. I would have been causing a scene as a child. I would have been like crying, acting a mess, just being wild. And then one time on my birthday, which was our celebration, mind you, Justin got more physical bills than I got. I had more money than him. Like I had like a 20 and he had like 3 5s. And I remember being like, Justin has more money than me. This is so unfair.
And you cried?
And I cry? I caused a scene. Like it wasn't just like sobbing. It was like loud crying. It was like show stopping. Like everyone has to pause to watch me cry. And my mother would do this thing whenever I would cry. She would whip out a camera and take pictures of me whenever I cried. So, and she'd be like, "Look at you crying."
I love that. Gotta say, when I see kids
And
crying in
then
public, I'd be like,
and then she would pose with me like this, and she'd be like, and then I would just be sobbing. So there's all of these pictures of me growing up as a kid, and I am like I remember crying so hard, like my throat hurt, and I was just like, you're crying and you're like coughing, and you're like, like you're coughing, you're heaving,
uh-huh.
like everything. And my mom was just in the picture, like,
When I see kids fucking crying in public, that shit irritates me. I just feel so bad for the parents. The other day at the airport, this woman, it was just this woman and like her 4 kids, and they had to be all between, like, none of them could be older than 5 years old. And I'm just, one is in a stroller, one is in her arm, one of them is helping her push the stroller, the other one, and she just trying to corral these kids to just get through security, and 2 of them are crying. I was like, poor Jesus Christ, children are the worst. This woman just could not do anything. These kids were ruining her fucking day.
no. I feel that whenever I see like a parent and a kid, especially if it's a lady and a kid, and like the woman is disciplining this child, and a lot of folks are like, "Oh my gosh, she's yelling at that kid," and I think to myself, "What did that shitty kid do to drive this woman to where she is yelling at the kid? And but what did this kid do to this poor lady that she is this stressed out? That sweet, sweet lady is the demon twink of a child giving this woman
Demon twink.
like agita. I always side with the mom every time.
For sure. She probably she's at her wit's end. Do you have any friends that cry a lot? I think I know who you're gonna say.
I mean, I have a few friends who cry a lot. Mitch cries a lot.
Does he?
Mitch cries, yeah.
What the hell is Mitch crying about? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
Ezra cries. Ezra cries all the time.
Does he really? Well, what are you doing to make Ezra cry?
I'm not doing, Ezra will cry. I have a video on my phone. Maybe I can find it, and I'll ask Ezra if I can post it in the Patreon. But it is just a video. Ezra had a concert. We did a digital concert for Ezra.
For Girl Baby.
Yeah, no, it was before Girl Baby. It was like it was just, I mean, he played Girl Baby, but he just did like, it was just like a quarantine. We were all in quarantine finding ways. And I said, babe, let's just do a digital concert for you. So it was like this one day, and then like everything was coming. It was like you today. Everything was happening right at the right time, and then he just started like bawling. And so then I did a Martha, and I just started recording. I was talking to him, and he was just like, everything is just happening so wonderful, and I can't believe things are all so great, and everyone's being nice to me. And he was just like bawling because of how great things were.
Sometimes you need to cry. I honestly, I genuinely believe in crying. Like, sometimes you just have so much emotion builds up. You need to like let it out. I definitely like had like other things going on, and I use like a movie or something that I really find emotional as a gateway to let that emotion out, because I genuinely feel leaving like that emotion bottled up inside is not good for you. You need to let those tears and that emotion flow so you can like get through it and move on to the next thing. I feel that way. Do you watch things? Do you watch things like intentionally to cry?
No. Let me say one thing. I'll answer your last question. Also, Peppermint cries a lot.
Does
one time
she?
me and Pep were playing. Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember when she was crying when she had to kill you.
Yeah, we were playing Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
and it's like a game. It's like basically like Friday 13th or something. And she was the killer, and I was like, "Hit me," because I was like, we wanted another game. And I was like, "Hit me," and then she just started crying, and she was like, "I don't want to kill you."
The video's on your YouTube. Y'all should watch it. It's very funny.
And I was like, Pep, just hit me. She goes, I don't want to hit you. So Pep is like this big monster with like a meat cleaver, and we're just like walking around this graveyard, like smelling flowers.
Pep or Eureka?
Oh my God. Eureka also cry. Eureka is also a crier. Eureka cries a lot.
Do you know who don't cry? Shangela, because she don't give a fuck.
Shangela does. I don't think I've seen Shangela cry on We're Here before.
I love Shangela.
I've seen Shangela cry once. Mateo.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Mateo cries.
Mateo cries probably actually I don't know how to think of it. Out of all of my friends, Mateo cries the most. And Mateo will, if you are even anything less than completely nice to Mateo, he will start crying. I've made Mateo cry before.
That's what I thought your number one was gonna be. That's what I thought. I thought that was the first name you were gonna say, Mateo.
I think Alfredo's made Mateo cry like 2 or 3 times. I was actually Alfredo. The other day, I called Alfredo and I was like, "Girl, my episode of Lucifer's out," and then he was like, "Yeah, I've seen the clips on Instagram," and I said, "Oh, well, the whole episode's out now. If you want to see it." And he was like, I listen to your podcast and I watch your review show and I watch your TikToks and everything you do. I think I'll be fine if I miss this one thing. And I was like,
If someone
damn.
Alfredo is the opposite of someone who cries. Alfredo is literally, as the line in the Wiz would say, "I'm gonna be no lie." Alfredo is just mean.
I've
Alfredo,
seen Alfredo cry before.
have you? Can you say it
for
on
sure.
here?
The one friend of mine I really have not seen cry is Nick Smith. Nick is like the one close
I
friend of
never
mine that
seen
I've
Nick
never seen cry.
Yeah, that's
Everyone else I've seen cry. I've seen Jacob cry. Jacob cried. Oh my god! You remember when we did the State of America? Jacob was crying with us in the basement.
Oh, was he really?
He was. We were recording, and then like Jacob. I'll never forget this. Jacob took off his glasses and went.
Oh, Bob and Jacob, that's so cute. Yeah, those fucking
I've
white
seen Jacob
tears,
cry other
bitch.
times out. I've seen Jacob cry other times outside of that. But
Right.
I that is a distinctive memory I have. Like all 3 of us in the basement
Bitch.
of at 162
No, I was at
Washington.
home.
No, you were with us, weren't you?
No, I did it
Oh,
virtually.
it was me and Jason and Jacob. Jason in the Backup. I was about to say Jason in the Backup. Me and Jacob in the basement.
Yeah.
And you were down at 140. Can we say
I
your
can
street
say
now?
now. I was on 145th between Broadway and Riverside.
Which, by the way, I always told y'all if you watch
Work the World.
you will know because they fully showed the dry cleaners are right across one. I was like, not them showing the address.
Doxing
This
me.
is crazy. Not them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not wow doxing Monet Exchange.
They fully, my address is fully on Work the World. And I mean, they blurred it out a little bit, but you can use context clues to fucking figure out where the fuck I live.
Yeah, because the name of the company is not blurred out.
Yeah.
Just the address of the company is blurred
So I
out.
was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, have we?
But didn't you also, to whoever lived in Monet's old building, and you would see me and Monet in the building all the time, and Monet would see that person, them people, it was these gays, and she'd be like, "Oh, we're visiting a friend." And whenever me and Monet would be in the elevator, and we see this one little gay guy with a nice butt. Do you remember this gay guy had a
I
really
remember.
cute butt? Do you remember this?
Yes.
I remember being like, "Oh my god, this butt is great." And then he was like, "Oh my god, Monet Exchange, Bob the drag queen. Do you live here?" And Monet was like, "No, I'm visiting a friend." And I was like, at some point, would he be like, "Damn, Monet, stay visiting this friend"?
And packages still get sent to my old building, and they DM me. They're like, "Hey, girl, we have a package here for you." I'm like, "What is wrong? Why are people still sending packages there? Probably lots of press stuff is probably going to the house, but they got all kind of free shit over there."
Well, apparently, because my stuff used to get sent to Kennedy's place because I did not. My front door was out. It was literally outside.
Yeah.
Like if you opened my door, you were literally outside.
Yeah.
So I never got package delivered to my place because they would get just fully mopped. So all my stuff went to Kennedy's place, and the folks who live there are like, "Oh, we stay getting stuff from promo packages and
Yeah,
and
my
random
shit.
stuff."
Who knows what they got? They got all kind of fair shit. I wish I had.
Have you had to cry on camera before?
I've never had to cry on camera. I would love to cry on camera. I would never have though. I would love to. Have you?
Or on stage or in the opera, anything?
No. Opera is not really emotional like that. Opera is very like done.
But is it? I mean, I don't know a whole lot about opera, but isn't like Maria Callas the one who like really put acting for opera on the map?
Sure, that argument can be made, but that's people love. People don't love Mateo and Big
Jack
Maria.
Mateo. He's gonna cry. Oh, he's gonna cry. He's gonna cry.
Big Maria Callas stands love to say that she was the one who started really acting as an opera singer, but she was not the first, and she won't be the last because that bitch is what dead. So many people used to cry before Maria Callas.
Jesus Christ! One time, me and Mateo got into an argument. It was like an argument, and it was over Maria Callas.
Why? What were y'all arguing about?
I can't remember, but he was trying to say that like he was. I can't remember quite what it was, but he was like talking about Maria Callas's impact, and I was like, yeah, like, and I mentioned someone contemporary, and he was like,
Renee
well, I can't
Fleming,
remember who it was. Say
Diana
again.
Damrau. Oh,
I can't remember who it was, but he was saying that this woman's impact would never scratch the surface of Maria Callas's, and I was like, well, I think that they both have really big impacts, and we were like, it was heated, and that's when I found out that he is very serious about this Maria Callas stuff. Like he has
he
a Maria
really
Callas
is.
tattoo. It was serious,
Mateo is
girl.
wild. Mateo is so funny. He is so crazy. Mateo is
I had to cry during Angels in
crazy.
America.
You had to cry in Angels in America?
8 shows a week. I had to cry.
I mean, did you ever struggle doing it, or it was very easy for you?
It was. I will say this: when you and an actor are like in the groove, and you do it so often, it can, after 8 shows a week, feel less organic. So, by the way, Randy Harrison is a really brilliant actor. If you all don't know, Randy Harrison was in Queer as Folk, and I'll say when we come back, actually. So, for those you don't know, Randy Harrison was Justin in Queer as Folk. He's a really good actor, insanely talented, great singer. He's really he's great. So he made it really easy, especially in rehearsals because it was brand new. We rehearsed for 3 months and then did the show for 3 months. So, but then after a while, I think I just got so used to seeing the emotion that it became hard to reach it. But then one day his understudy went on, and everything changed just a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you're working with a new actor. And I remember like it felt like back in rehearsal. Like I remember like losing it on stage. Like I lost it. There's this one scene in the play where we leave a funeral, and it becomes clear to my character that
Belize.
his character. No, I wasn't Louise. I was
I said Belize.
I think it said Louise.
said
No,
Belize.
yeah, Belize. It becomes clear to Belize that Pryor is losing his mind. And at one point he just can't. He just left the funeral. He's a nurse in an AIDS ward, and he just sees it all day long. And then he's starting to see these signs in his best friend, and he just freaks out. And he was like, he basically is saying, I can't remember the line, but it's basically like saying, you can't go crazy on me. You can't do this. Like I need you to keep it together.
It's certified freak, 7 days a week. That line, right?
Make that pull out game week. But yeah, that's the scene, and like he has to like do this, and I remember that they come on stage and everyone was like, "Oh, girl, she was really feeling it tonight." There was a couple of times where and if I have like, I mean, I know I should be giving the same performance every time, but when you do 8 shows a week, it's kind of hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
But there were a few times where like someone would show up in the audience, like Peaches would show up, or like one of my friends from college would show up, or like Alfredo or someone, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm acting for the children today, honey. I'm giving the children some." When Naomi came, I gave Naomi the theater, honey, because I was like, I feel like Naomi looks up to me. I really have to like do a good job.
Yeah.
And Naomi, it was crazy. Naomi is one of those friends who is just. She is really a remarkable person. And
I fucking love that girl.
Yeah, she's great. Naomi like came and. But wait, Naomi does not particularly love theater, but she said through 7 hours of theater.
That is devotion.
With an hour and a half break in between. And she was like, it was really great. Like I just was like so into it, and I'm so proud of you.
Like Naomi is another person that's like such like a good friend. Like she is not about that fake shit, and she like really shows up for her friends. And she is great. She's great. I'm not gonna. Oh my god, my eyes are red. I can't. Wait, hold on.
I agree. Yeah, she's really phenomenal. But anyway, I was able to cry on. If you and I had to cry right now, right now you're emotional, so you probably beat me to the punch. But do you think that you could cry if we had to right now?
Yes. You want to do it, Jacob? Can you time it? And maybe we can put it on screen.
Wait, do you want to do a scene? Do you want to improv a scene?
What scene? What are we gonna see? Like to each other, just improv right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what I'm
don't
gonna
wanna make
say.
it-
I'm gonna say some funny shit, and I'm not gonna cry. I can't.
All right, so if we're just talking, but also I don't mean like just like a tear rolling from your eye.
No,
I
bitch.
mean like. Also, before we start, so something I learned in class, I remember in acting school when I was like 18, and I remember being like able to like really make myself break down and cry, and thinking to myself like, "Bitch, I'm the only fucking actor in this goddamn class. These bitches don't even know what's
Oh my
what."
God, that is so aggressive to cry. Jesus Christ.
So I started crying, and then I remember my teacher being like, "This is not good."
You see, you try to bring the comedy to get to knock me out.
No,
I
I'm
see.
telling the
I
story.
see what you doing, bitch.
No, tell the story. She was like, "This is like just because you can cry, like does not mean you need to cry in every scene. Like this is like you." She's like, "You are overly emotional. Like, ma'am, this is the Denny's."
Little 5-year-old Bob was like, yeah, we out here crying, yo.
Yeah, she's like, "Ma'am, this is a Denny's. I need you to rein the emotion in." You remember we did a rehearsal of Angels in America, and at the end, the director was like, "Y'all are crying too much." He was like, "We can't. Every scene can't be crying. We can't cry in every scene. Every scene can't just be like, like this is too, y'all gotta rein it in. You know, make it sparse, Mary." All right, so wait, how do we do this? Wait,
I don't know how to
should
do
we
this.
should we find a sad monologue online?
I think I should count you in, and you should tell each other how proud of each other you are.
Like one at a time?
No, I feel like we should read a sad.
like-
We should read a dramatic scene.
Because
I
you can't think of anything to be you're proud of me?
already told you 90 times I'm proud of you. I tell you all the time. I don't feel like telling you again today.
Damn, Alfredo joined the chat.
I reached my threshold of compliments for you, whore.
Girl, when Alfredo said, "I'll be fine if I miss this one thing," I said, "Damn."
You know what I appreciate about Alfredo though? You will never get some
What?
fake shit. Alfredo will never come and give you the fake shit. Alfredo's gonna tell you how he genuinely feels, and that's what I really appreciate about Alfredo. I can always get the honesty that you know.
No, that is true. Yeah, that's why Alfredo was one of my best friends, and is one of my oldest friends actually. Like he's just, I don't know, he's just really great. All right, I looked up sad monologues. Here's one called "More Ways Than One."
Wait, send it to the chat.
Bitch, I don't even know what the fuck this was. I don't know anything about this monologue. It seems unfair if I were to like go back and do like one for Angels in America or something. Would that be cheating if I did an Angels in America monologue?
No, but we should get Monet to do it. You should send it to Monet.
Okay, Monet, do you want to do oh my god, Jacob, can you find the one about the national anthem?
Yep.
I mean, it's not really a crying monologue. I do think it'd be inappropriate to cry in that particular monologue, but it is very, very. It's a very good monologue.
Okay, but maybe it's not the one for this moment then.
I mean, I don't think Belize has like a crying monologue
Fair
in,
enough.
in Angels. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's also this really. I don't know. Maybe this feels exploitative and probably inappropriate. So we'll see if I need to edit this part out. But there's a really sad monologue in the Laramie Project.
Oh my god, I love Laramie.
Do you know the Laramie Project?
I don't.
It's really a powerful monologue. It's he's reading a note to his son's killers. Do you want to read that?
Oh my god, that sounds a little inappropriate. I feel weird reading that.
Well, it's part of the play. It's a monologue in the play.
Okay. See,
But also this might be fully inappropriate because it fully
I
is.
feel like it might be inappropriate for like a challenge. This is a little.
Also, Viola Davis's monologue in Fences was just so good.
Oh my god! I never saw Fences.
You never saw Fences?
I didn't. I need to watch it. Right?
Oh, it's so good. It is really brilliant.
I need
I
to
mean, it
watch
is
it.
very
Viola
fucking
Davis
good.
is fucking brilliant. What a great! I saw this clip of her talking about like acting, and she, oh my god, she's just so. Oh, she's so amazing. Viola Davis is so fierce.
She's one of those people who, did you see she tweeted out? She tweeted out, I know what y'all be saying about me and my snot. Because she's famous for like snots and spits when she's
I
like
love
doing
it.
her, when she's doing her acting, girl.
Fences,
Um,
Rose's monologue.
it's really good. So this monologue is about, what's happening here is Troy, her husband, has, he's like, he has a bit of a drinking problem, and he sometimes has a feeling like he's the only one sacrificing anything in a relationship. And in this monologue, she lets him know that he's not the only one who's been sacrificing things. All right, do you want to try it?
We're at an hour. Do you want to close it out and make this a Patreon exclusive?
Jacob really said we're gonna get
I'm not gonna
together.
put the episode. I mean, so wait, are we both reading it
We can both read it, yeah.
like separately?
Yeah, bitch, separate.
Okay, who's going
Maybe
first?
this,
Rock
maybe,
paper.
wait, should this be Patreon exclusive? Maybe this should be Patreon exclusive.
Damn, y'all be trying to really, y'all be getting the listeners. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all heard Bob. He gonna make the Patreon exclusives. I'm gonna just go with what he won't do.
Yeah. You see, oh, I guess I'm really twisting Monet's arm on this one. Y'all ain't never seen Monet lay down and roll over nothing once in her life. And they like, I mean, it's Bob. Bob's really,
Okay, yeah, make a Patreon exclusive. All right, y'all.
All right,
That's it. That's the episode about crying. I just love you so much, Roberta.
real
And I
quick
know
before
we.
I go, did you know they say have you ever cried in a movie on a plane?
I think I have like once maybe.
Statistically,
Patty,
people cry.
Patty, stay crying in movies on a plane.
Statistically, people cry more when they watch movies on planes than they do on the
Why?
ground. I do not know. It's like a phenomenon. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. It's not a chemical thing. It's just like one of those weird coincidences. Because they're like, is it altitude? Is it blah blah blah? People just get more emotional on planes
That's weird.
than maybe it's like this feeling of like you're in the air and it feels dangerous, and then you're watching this thing. And I've watched some very sad movies. I watched the Amy Winehouse documentary on the plane.
Oh my god, I did too. I watched
Yeah,
Amy in the
I
Air.
was like, yeah, I was like, oh, this is sad. Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up at the last minute when we're leaving. I love you very much, Mom.
I love you very much, Roberta. I'm very happy for you, and I'm proud of everything that you do. And even though we argue and we fight and we say dumb shit, and I think an episode before this or two, we were really on one together. And I just love you so much. And in spite of all of that, in spite of everything that you are, I love you.
Well, I love you very much too. And I know a lot of people, some people are like, oh my God, this arguing is too much. I'm like, y'all, the podcast is called Sibling Rivalry. Like, I don't understand what is going on where you come to this podcast, a podcast called Sibling Rivalry, and you're like, I just cannot believe they're arguing so much. Bitch, yes, Monet and I argue a lot. This is part of our friendship. But I think that you and I have a very healthy relationship. I think
so
that you and I talk everything out ad nauseum, even. Which I think is part of why we are such a great team.
I think so too.
No fake hoes over here at Sibling Rivalry, honey.
Yeah, this ain't the ball and the beautiful. This ain't Race Chaser Pod.
All right, on that note, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.